we've spent a lot of time on this show talking about the contributions of the kids and others stepping up in the absence of others. There's still 5 regulars that are out of the lineup, so you need someone to step up and get the job done. Let's start with Henrik Lapierre and what he was able to do, coming up with 2 goals in the Ottawa game, his first ever multi-goal game, and then he follows that up with a goal in the second period. Bit of a hodgepodge at the end of that because of the special teams that ended, so you had Mantha out with Ovechkin, and hey, Henrik, go out and, hey, spell us for a shift. Yeah, here, I'm going to drive to the net, the puck gets there, and he scores. 3 goals in 2 games entering the Flyers game. Henrik is trying to stick around here.
He absolutely is, and look, he's a player who this team thinks very highly of. He's got a lot of skill. He can skate. He's been down in Hershey, kind of marinating like this organization often does with its young players. They'd like them to be overcooked rather than undercooked. He's probably a little frustrated about that, but I got to say, like, if you're Henrik Lapierre and you get 3 goals in 2 games, you're doing this right now, going, I finally put everything together with everyone watching in games that mattered. But again, the one thing that's really jumped out to me with all these young guys coming in the lineup is team speed has increased by, 10, 15%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is a Capitals team that's somewhere in that bottom third speed-wise, and bringing in these young legs, even Connor McMichael, it has really added another dimension to this team. But if you're Lapierre, I think you have shown in the last 2 games, hey guys, when you're starting to put together your perfect lineup for next year, I need to be a part of that. Whether it's at center or whether it's at left wing, I have shown you I can do it at this level now.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the hope that as you overcook, this is what you want, right? So guys are able to come up, step in, and be more than hungry and ready to go. So Lappy does that job. Yep. Connor McMichael with multiple multi-goal games going back to last week. And since we chatted last, Alexei Protas put in maybe the best performance we've ever seen out of him. Goal, 2 assists. Should have honestly had maybe 2 more assists.
I agree.
He could have had 4 or 5 points in that game against Ottawa. So showing some of the hands, showing a little bit of the footwork, the little dangle in front. You come up with a little backhand goal. The kids, again, they're carrying things here a little bit. Now, you're going to need a little bit more out of the top line down the stretch here. It was a little quiet in this past couple of game stretch, but when those guys are doing that, you'd like to think it starts to feed the rest of things, and that's what's going to try and propel you to try and get toward that top 8 spot.
I couldn't agree more, John. I'm not ready to say that the baton is being passed from the 30-somethings to the kids. It's a little early for that. But if you are management and you're starting to think ahead to the trade deadline, you're starting to think ahead to what the roster might look like this summer, you're now looking at your young players and you're going, we got something here. They have shown us at this level. It's one thing to have a young player producing in the AHL, but when they come up and they're able to do it consistently at the NHL level, that's when managers can sit back and go, okay, well, we've seen it at this level. That guy, Protas, McMichael, Lapierre, I'll even throw Rasmus Sandin in there.
Sure.
Another young player. These guys are showing, and Sandin's had some points here lately, too.
Sure has.
Those 4 players, you can start thinking, okay, these are maybe not your high-end star players. You still got to get some of those, but these are core guys going forward. It helps you with your decision-making once you get to, June and July.